When you think about it, it's really everywhere. On our dollar bill, in our sciences, in our courts, and all of that has a huge impact by Latin.
Latin tells you about this vast span of human history in which we can draw many lessons about social issues that we find are still applicable today.
And Blair has an incredible history of promoting Latin in the county. What surprises me that out of a building of 3,000, nearly 3,000 students or more, that it seems impossible to have full classes, that we have only a few takers.
But I think a lot of it is that people either don't know it's offered or they don't really know what it is. They're like, what's Latin? I didn't even know it was a language. Or like, that's a dead language, no one speaks it.
It could potentially mean the end of Latin at Blair as we know it.
Latin is not something that can just be forgotten or tossed away or, not given a place for people to learn about, because it has such a huge role.
It's a part of Western civilization, a major part of Western civilization. 66% of our vocabulary words come from Latin. And I can't tell you how many kids have come back to me after they've gone to college or taken the SAT and said, wow, this Latin really has helped me out immensely.
The class is definitely a lot of work, but I enjoy learning it. I find it very rewarding.
Latin helps you by just thinking about what you want to say, the most effective way to say it.
I've gained a pretty good understanding of how language is formed, how sentences are formed, even in English.
We're not totally focused on Latin and the language itself, but we look at a lot of different aspects. We have to know history, culture, art.
It's really very interesting because there's no padding. We aren't reading something that somebody else wrote specifically for the program. We are literally reading the exact text that someone thousands of years ago wrote.
There's less instruction sitting there bored. It's mostly hands-on work, and
people should definitely give it a chance because people don't even consider it when they're taking a language. It's not even on their radar.
It would be really neat to see kids jump out there and put things on the line and go for it and try to take Latin, because they'd be surprised what they get out of it.